Hey guys, AJ here, just giving you an update on the filtration plans and the final setup of the 45-gallon reef tank sump. As you all know, we're doing a refugium style sump on that tank, which is going to be a contributing factor to the overall filtration of the tank. With any reef tank, it's always good to have some sort of nutrient export. The refugium is going to be part of that, but the big backbone in my setup is going to be a skimmer. Some of you guys might have already seen the unboxing of this skimmer. What we're going to be going with is the Eshopps Axium X-120, which is rated for anywhere from 40 to 120 gallons, depending on your bio load. Given that we have a 45-gallon tank, I figured this is going to be the perfect setup. So far, all I've done is set up this and assemble this skimmer. I'm very impressed with the detail they put as far as being able to adjust the air intake, the water level gate. The purple acrylic obviously was what caught my attention to the skimmer because it matches the purple PVC, but it even has a CJ pump inside, which is a very good, reliable pump. So I'm very excited to see how this performs, especially because I don't have a whole lot of experience with with many skimmers out there. I've used the Instant Ocean Cyclone skimmers, which the 100, in my opinion, was garbage, but the 150, which I keep as a backup, for a hang-on skimmer, did pretty good. And then, if you guys remember back on the 36-gallon tank, I had the Bubble Magus NAC 3.5. Very happy with that skimmer, other than it didn't have a silencer and was kind of loud. And then on the 75, we've got the Bubble Magus Curve 5, which I love that skimmer. I'm very happy with it. It's simple to set up, simple to maintain, doesn't require a whole lot of adjustment. Very happy with it. So given I've got limited experience with skimmers, I am very excited to try this one out. I've never purchased anything from Eshopps. I've heard they're a good company. A lot of my local fish stores carry them. I see them on a few websites. I know Bulk Reef Supply doesn't carry them. I don't know why. But I'm excited to give it a try. From what I can tell, in my experience, everything seems to be good quality. Obviously, I won't know for a few weeks to several months from now how this is going to perform. But this is going to be the backbone of our filtration. And this is going to go in the first compartment along with filter socks. Some people love them, some people don't use them, some people hate them, some people could care less. I'm one of those guys that until a couple years ago never used them, but then I wanted to start polishing off my water from the particulates, and that's where these came into play. And I found out if I change them out every day to 3 days tops, they actually help keep my bio load down. So I will be using these on the main drain. If anything goes down the backup drain, then it's not obviously going to get filtered by the filter sock. So these two will be in the first chamber. Refugium's in the third chamber, which you guys have already saw the final update on that. It's got the Chaeto in it as well as the LED. And then finally, for my chemical filtration, I went with a Reactor. If you guys remember when we plumbed the tank, we did a manifold style setup with just one extra ball valve to handle a reactor. I'm going to be running carbon and GFO, in this case the Rocks carbon from Bulk Reef Supply, as well as currently the regular GFO. I might get their high capacity down the road. I only noticed that it lasts longer. I don't have to change it out as much, but in this case, since I'm going to be running them both in the reactor to get mixed in together, as you see here, I'll probably just get the regular, to save costs. This is the Aquamaxx FR-SE reactor, I believe it is. I'll put some comments below in the notes. Just double check. I don't have the brochure with me. Never purchased anything from Aquamaxx again. This is the first time for me. I was going to go with the 2 Fishies reactor over the BRS one simply because the smaller footprint. I wanted that because I was going to put it in the tank, and then I decided I'll just hang it outside the tank, and you guys will see the install here in a little bit. And then I found this one, which the 2 little Fishies, you have to unscrew the whole top, to get access to it, and it comes out in a couple pieces. This is very nice. You just have these thumb screws on top, right there on the edges, and the plates the plate comes off, and then you just have the single acrylic tube. And the other cool thing, let me show you guys, is you got this guy right here, this little silicone stopper that fits above the ring. to keep things from moving. So you can pack in your GFO and carbon, as I've done here because I mix them together, to keep it from tumbling around. It's got some thick sponges. It's also very good, nice cast acrylic, just like the skimmer. So these are two new products for me that I can't wait to get on the tank, that I think are going to look fantastic and perform very well. I'll give you guys an update with the install. Let's go and put these in the tank. Alright guys, so I've got everything installed. We'll go and start from the back and work our way forward. As you'll see, you've got the skimmer over here on the left, and the filter sock on the right, and that's all in the first chamber. I did go ahead and position the skimmer in about 8 inches of water. In that first chamber, it's 9 inches deep with the baffle, but I have some marine pure that raises it up about 1 inch. Eshopps recommends 7 to 9 inches for optimum performance. Obviously there's going to be some break-in. So right now I have the water level all the way open, as well as the silencer all the way open. As it breaks in, I'll go ahead and change that out. And then we've got the refugium, which I currently have the light on white. But I went ahead and also have the remote to change it. Typically when it's operating, I will be running it on this setting right here, because I have found that the reddish white will stimulate algae growth much quicker. And then up here in the front, which I'm going to put this back to the white just to kind of get better camera. I have the Aquamaxx Reactor. It is fed off of the single port on the return and just fed right back into this third chamber. Right now the water level is very high because I did add extra water to kind of compensate for the addition of this in the skimmer. I did just add fresh water. I figured a half gallon is not going to raise my salinity anything crazy. But this is the overall setup. I'm also going to go ahead and show you guys. I went ahead and got all the cable maintenance done. It's pretty dark, so it's hard for you guys to see. But everything is nice and tidy. Still waiting on the new wet side to turn this Vortec on. But otherwise, that's going to do it for the sump and underneath the stand. Next stop is lighting. So guys, the next video I'll post will be one of the light that we have chosen for this tank, which I let it slip in a previous video, which I got a pretty good deal on eBay buying it used, which is kind of the reason why I went with that light. I'll give you guys an update as that light comes in and we go ahead and get the tank set up. Still have probably about 2 more weeks left in the cycle. I'll probably let it go a little longer just because we've got some things coming up. But for now, until next time, you guys, like, comment, and subscribe for more on the 45-gallon reef tank.